What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 14 of our Liverpool FC playthrough here in Football Manager 2018, and today it's the Champions League semi-final, and well, our opposition, they're in front of you right now, Atletico Madrid, the team standing between us and, well, a chance at Champions League glory. As you can see here, just looking at their recent games, they've been scarily good, Atletico, this year. They've been really impressive. Of course, we did spank them 4-1. That is their biggest defeat, I believe, of the entire season. You can see their form as of late has been pretty darn scary. They did just play Real Madrid. I was about to say Manchester United. No idea where that came from. But no, they played Real Madrid, as you can see here, and lost on penalties in the Spanish Cup final. We, on the other hand, of course, took on Sunderland last time out on Saturday. We've given our players a rest. They are coming into this game nice and fresh, which is exactly where we want to be. And yeah, I'm really excited for this game now. You know, we've had a little bit of build up to this. Unfortunately, if we just look, Coutinho's battle to get back fully fit has not been successful. It is realistic at this point. He may not even play a role in the second leg, which would be really disappointing. So we are without him. And he was a difference maker against Bayern Munich. No other way of putting it. In terms of our team for today's game, this is how we're going to line up. It's going to be the 4-3-3. We are at home for this first leg. It's pretty standard in terms of the goalkeeper. It's Salman Mignolet, of course, in goal. At left back, we go with Alberto Moreno, giving him the nod ahead of the other options we have there. The 25-year-old. He's been one of the standout performers this year. You can see defensively, a 7.38 average rating, not had a whole lot of assists or goals, just been a super consistent defender. And I feel like with your defenders, I'd much rather have a consistent defender who consistently performs well than a defender who kind of has one or two standout performances but is always a little bit of a liability. Anyway, Klein is going to play right back. The centre-back pairing for today's game is going to be, of course, John Matip, back from injury where he has been out for a little while, if we just look here. Had that damaged kneecap injury for 4 weeks. He's back now, however, so that's good to see. De Vrij at left centre-back playing alongside him, of course, club vice-captain. In the midfield, we go with Arthur, Jordan Henderson and Wijnaldum. Out left, we're going to go with Mane. On the right, it's Salah, and playing the striker role today, it's Roberto Firmino. Shall we get into this? Of course, this is a two-legged affair. Both games coming your way this episode. The Sunderland game was only 4 days ago, so there's literally nothing else to talk about other than to focus on here and now. Looking at Atletico, they're going to be playing this 4-4-2. An interesting system. Diego Costa is playing for them, which is slightly terrifying. Of course, a very good team. However, I absolutely adore the fact they're playing a 4-4-2 because I do feel like our system works very nicely against it. Of course, last time we met them in a kind of a game where both teams were playing their full-strength sides, we won 4-1. We did lose to them in the group stage 2-1. However, as some of you may remember, we did play a completely rotated side for that game and have a sending off within the first, I think, 5 minutes, if I remember correctly. Alexander-Arnold, the naughty boy on the night. So, with that in mind, I don't think this is going to be easy. Of course, given how we performed against Bayern, I feel like we have to back ourselves in this first home leg. Particularly against the 4-4-2. But yeah, let's see how we get on here. Godin playing it around the back, an early chance here. 5 minutes gone. Big ball up to Gamero. We could be in trouble. Who can get back? No one can get back. Carrasco with the assist. 6 minutes gone. The nightmare start. Not what we wanted to see. We've, generally speaking, started really sharply in games. And so, well, to concede here, really disappointing. Big ball up the field. Gamero just left clean through on goal. No one can catch him. No one can get back. And Atletico get what could prove to be a crucial away goal within the first, well, 5 minutes of the game. Really not ideal. Just looking at Atletico, you can see their players are struggling for fitness. That is something I am hoping we can capitalise on, particularly Diego Godin and Jimenez, kind of as a pairing, very tired. And also you can see here Filipe Luis really struggling too. Obviously, as this game progresses, maybe we can make the most of that. But we can't rely on them to get tired. We need to continue fighting. And, well, halfway through the first half, just that sole goal for them, the difference. And now a set piece. Got it in back post, heads it just wide. That is a bit of a let-off. If that's on target, I'm not entirely sure Mignolet gets there. Looking at the stats in this game, we're not playing that great right now. Part of me wants to switch to the 4-2-3-1 because I do feel like this system plays very, very nicely against a slightly more, what do you call it, a slightly more kind of rigid 4-4-2 in terms of playing in the gaps with our kind of trio in the midfield. So I think we will switch to this. I am going to change the instructions, I think. Although, actually, no. I'm not going to change the instructions. We're going to stick with this 4-2-3-1. Just looking at it, look for your overlap. We're going to drop deeper and play at a lower tempo. But I feel like that could be important just to see out the end of this first half. Just slow down the game a little bit. Perhaps that gives them, Atletico, a chance to regain their breath a little. But I feel like we just need to calm down in this game. We've not had a lot of the ball. Let's just slow it right the way down. Let's try and hold on to the ball that little bit more. And let's see if we can find a gap in their team, which is something that this very fluid system certainly will do. You know, the players are going to drift into pockets of space, and there is going to be space against a 4-4-2. However, we do need to defend here. Diego Costa to Gabby. He's got Koke in the middle. Henderson, I think, is on a booking, so needs to be careful. A long-range effort. Very ambitious. But, well, the ambition nearly paid off. Atletico narrowly missing there. That shot whizzing over the crossbar. And, well, we look like we're going to go into half-time 1-0 down. Obviously, that early goal conceded. We are yet to have a shot on target. I think we all know what time it is. It's time to get shouty, aggressive. I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. Moreno's had a 0% cross completion. That's not exactly ideal if we're being completely honest. But, well, let's get into the second half and see if we can step things up. I do feel like in FM, sometimes you have games where your team just don't perform. And as soon as you do the aggressive, you know, I expect something else. Suddenly the players come out like it's a whole new game. And they kind of forget everything that happened in the first half. That's what we're hoping for today. And, well, you can see here, Atletico bringing the ball forward. Carrasco got options on the overlap. Moreno kind of wins the ball. It didn't look like a clean tackle, but he does come away with it. Mane, Wijnaldum to Firmino. Gets dispossessed. No one really around him in support. And, well, it's going to be down to him to close down the keeper here. Jan Oblak boots the ball up. Only as far as Jordan Henderson. Could we come through now? Wijnaldum finds a little bit of space. Unfortunately, the tackle comes flying in against him. And now the ball is going to go forward once more. Straight to Moreno, though. I mean, we're still looking for our first shot on target. What a way it would be to kind of get that first shot on target if it could find the back of the net. That is what we're dreaming of right now. Wijnaldum, options on ahead. Going to be Moreno on the overlap. Can he whip in a ball? He can. He actually finds his man for the first time in the game. And we find the back of the net against the runner play. But the perfect start to the second half. Mohamed Salah with the goal. And, well, Mane just dropping inside. Wijnaldum cuts across. Nice ball to Moreno. And a player who we picked out as someone who needed to step up having not completed a cross. I think completes his first cross of the half. Finds Salah. Salah tucks it away. Does the roly-poly celebration. It's 1-1. And now we have a set piece. And we are in the ascendancy right now. Ball whipped in. Godin heads it clear. I feel like Arthur probably should have got to that. Or I assume that's Klein. It was Klein. Klein definitely should have gone to that ball. He didn't. And now Griezmann looking to punish us. Atletico on the counter here. Cross it in. Mignolet deals with it just about. Squeaky bum time there. Very, very squeaky bum time. I thought Mignolet had it covered comfortably. It wasn't exactly convincing, was it? Let's be honest. Anyway, we are picking up a few bookings here. A few players really not turning up. Mane and Firmino. I mean, I don't want to call you out, chaps, but it's been pretty disappointing so far. With that in mind, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to move Salah onto the left wing. He is, of course, left-footed. We're then going to bring in Oxlade-Chamberlain to play right inside forward. And I'm going to play Sturridge. I was thinking about bringing in Dolberg, but we're not. We're going to bring on Danny Sturridge here on the hour mark. Freshen up ourselves in the final third. The Atletico kind of defence is definitely tiring. And we should probably look to up the tempo as well now I think about it. We want to just press them that little bit more, play a slightly higher tempo. I am going to tell the players to go more direct with their passing. We're playing quite a spread out system. I want us to try and exploit the space in behind and really get Atletico running for balls. And so playing direct, you know, rather than playing into players' feet is probably a way to go about trying to do that. Anyway, we've got to throw in here. Moreno to Salah, obviously now on this left wing. Arthur gets tackled. Oxlade-Chamberlain on off the bench. Agonisingly close. Puts that shot just wide. And that was the golden opportunity. On off the bench, immediately having an impact. Unfortunately, couldn't have the exact desired impact. Although Arthur here, free kick, lays it to Oxlade-Chamberlain. And now he does have the impact. An intelligent set-piece routine. Arthur with the assist. Chamberlain with the goal. And the Ox in the box. He wasn't in the box. Or was he in the... was he in the box? He was in the box. He finds the back of the net. And that's exactly what we needed. Fantastic as far as we're concerned. Atletico actually subbing out Godin at centre-back. He's had a poor game and he was tiring. Jimenez is still really struggling and he's on a yellow card. And with 10 minutes left in this game, we want more, although we need to defend here. Ball to the back post, Savic on off the bench. Carrasco, what a save by Mignolet. I take it all back. Any bad words I've said about Mignolet, forget about them. Best keeper in the world. What a stop that was to prevent them there. And well, looking at this Atletico side, they are absolutely exhausted. And one thing that is certainly worth noting is we do not have a game before the next leg of this fixture. We have a week off to recover. I do not know if that's the same for Atletico. That might be worth checking. Anyway, Carrasco with the ball here on the right-hand side for them. Plays it back to the guy's name. I'm not even going to try and say. But, well, we don't want to concede late on here. Gamero tackled away nicely. Vieto to Saul on off the bench. I mean, that's not the finish they were hoping for. 4 minutes left in this game. I want to stay on the front foot. This second half performance has been such a radical improvement on what we saw previously. We have definitely troubled Atletico. The changes definitely worked well. We tired them out. We ran them ragged. And, well, barring a late goal here, it's going to finish 2-1, which is not perfect. But to only concede one is fairly solid, and to obviously come away with the victory on the night is very good, particularly having come from behind. So boys, a good win. I'm very happy. Keep it going. Of course, second leg going to be coming your way. It's going to be against Atletico. I mean, of course it is, Shaq. We've just played Atletico, but it's going to be a trickier tie. You know, away from home, expectations are going to be slightly different, I think, there. Of course, coming in with a lead is going to be nice. As I already mentioned, if we look here, we do not have a fixture to play between our games against Atletico here. Do they have any games to play? They do. So they are going to be potentially a little bit tired going into that game. Maybe we can make the most of that. We'll be back for that second leg in just a second, and hopefully well, we can continue on with the momentum that we've gathered in the second half of that game. Okay guys, so we are back here for the second leg against Atletico Madrid. 2-1 in the first leg. Hopefully we can just keep it going. Of course, we've not had a game to worry about. Just looking at Atletico's game, they took on, is it Girona here? They drew 1-1, which is a really bad result as far as they're concerned. You can see they have actually been struggling a little bit of late. You know, against the likes of Getafe, obviously scraped by against Chelsea in the Champions League. I feel like we perhaps go in with the advantage. You know, given recent form, I mean, if we just compare our form for the sake of it, you can see that we've been pretty solid all in all. Obviously, that defeat against Arsenal, the only blip really in what has been a largely green spell. And, well, hopefully we are going to be able to continue it on here today. For people wondering, I sometimes get this question, obviously, lots of new viewers watching. If you are a new watcher here on the channel, hello, welcome. Why I cut the bits out between games a lot of the time, usually it's because I suck at multitasking, so I can't talk about whatever I want to talk about and be kind of reading inbox items and taking it seriously. And secondly is that, well, tonight as I record this, it's Champions League night in the football, so I've been watching a game and I'm actually recording this at half time. So behind the curtain, Champions League in real life, Champions League here in Football Manager. Let's see how we get on. Let's submit our team for today's game. It's the exact same lineup, no changes necessary. Coutinho wasn't fit enough, at least for my liking, to even risk him on the bench today. So we're going to go with the exact same team that did the job last time out. I'm going to tell the boys that the first leg means nothing. And this is a brand new match, and we've got to make sure we win it. A perfect reaction as well. Kind of surprised by that reaction, if I'm honest. Sometimes I feel like with that kind of team talk, you kind of just piss off all the players. But today, they're all delighted. You can see us on the sideline. I've never really talked about my attire, but as you can see, fluorescent green coat. The red trousers, it's the way I roll in Football Manager. White short shoes as well, you know. I'm a classy manager, put it that way. But, well, Matip, don't get booked immediately. Let's not focus on the sideline and our fashion sense. Let's focus on this game. Away from home, obviously, Atletico did get that away goal, which is crucial. If we can get a goal within the first half, that's really going to settle the nerves for us here. We are playing in our away strip of white, and well, let's see what we can do here. Firmino playing that complete forward role, dropped into space. Moreno, who was, of course, involved in our first goal last time out, involved here. Mane, I mean, it was ambitious, wasn't it? It almost dropped into the back of the net. What a goal that could have been. And, well, I don't know, on another day, maybe that just does go flying in. Anyway, we've got the ball again. We're on the attack. I've got a sense of deja vu as Moreno plays it to Mane. Wijnaldum, of course, taking the place of Coutinho. Big boots to fill. Can he fill them? We're going to find out today as, well, that pass to Firmino wasn't great. The ball just about cleared by Atletico. A little bit nervy, and, well, Nathaniel Klein's had enough. He's gone on a run. I mean, it would have been the most incredible goal I've seen a right-back score this year so far in FM. Unfortunately, Klein hits it straight at the keeper. But with 10 minutes gone, we're the team on the front foot. Of course, we're playing the same system we played last game where we didn't have a shot on target in the entire half. Looks like immediately here we've got off well. And well, we've got a corner here to the edge of the box to Mane. Can he rifle it in? What a finish that is. The edge of the box, the corner, straight to Mane's feet. No one closes him down and he just tucks it away, the Senegalese winger. What play that is. Henderson to the edge of the box. Mane, one touch, kills the ball dead on his weak foot, slots it away, and Atletico now need 2 to take this extra time. And it's worth noting, if we score another, well, Atletico, they suddenly need 4. So another goal really swings this tide completely in our favour, you'd feel. But, well, we need to stay turned on, of course. Very easy to kind of concede immediately after scoring, and it's important that we don't switch off here as Mignolet gets the ball up the park. Philippe Luis heads it, but only as far as Matip. Plays it to Salah. Space maybe in behind to kind of explore here. Ball switched to Mane by Wijnaldum. What a ball that was. Crossing. Firmino scores somehow. I don't know how it's gone in. We're going to take it. It's 2-0 here. Bobby with the finish. And, well, I've got this weird kind of feeling it might be like the last time we played Atletico when we won 4-1. It's certainly got the Bayern Munich vibes of course, the quarterfinals here. Mane crosses the ball in. Firmino heads it, and I think it hits the crossbar, hits the defender, and hits him and goes in. He's claiming it regardless. I mean, who am I to argue? 2-0 on the night. The perfect start as far as we're concerned. You can see we are coming into this game fresh. Atletico are struggling, and while they've got a set piece here, they need to score it. And, well, Mignolet holds on to it. Of course, as I said, with the away goals rule the way it is, Atletico suddenly need 4 goals. If we get another, they need 5. That might kill the game off, but, well, we need to stay vigilant. We need to stay turned on. Gamero straight at Mignolet. A real let-off there, you'd have to say. On another day, that gets smashed in. Mignolet on this occasion more than up to the task, although it wasn't exactly a particularly difficult task. And while Atletico look like they're struggling here, their condition really down across the board. Jimenez is struggling, Koke and Carrasco are struggling. I've noticed that the AI in Football Manager makes subs very early on if their players are tiring. We may see a few changes on half-time here for Atletico to try and freshen up legs, but they need a monumental turnaround in the second half here, Atletico. We've got 2 goals. We've been very, very impressive so far. We've taken the chances that have come our way. Atletico have had an opportunity or 2 to get their noses back into this game. But, well, they've not really taken them when they've come. And I can just be largely positive here. Tell the players that we need more of the same, please. And, well, hopefully we can have more of the same. Of course, this is the semi-final. We could be on our way to a Champions League final. And that's pretty exciting, let's be honest. With the team that we've got, it's not exactly the strongest team, but we are armed with our 4-3-3, which just works fantastically against teams in Europe, it seems. It seems like whenever we play in the Champions League, this system just works wonders. I'm a bit confused. Why are we getting a highlight here? What happened? Did the game bug out? Hello? Skip. Shall I hit skip? What? This is weird. It's a beta. I don't know what happened there. I wish I could tell you, but I don't know. It was as if we'd scored. It was as if it was showing a replay of something that didn't go in. Bizarre. Of course, we are on the FM18 Beta if you're watching in the future, and, well, maybe that's explaining why we're on the way to a Champions League final, because Mane's through again. Can he slot it away? Oblak saves the initial effort, gets the rebound as well. Did look like he teleported through time and space in 3D, but I'll allow it. But yeah, 2-0 here. We are still looking very solid, and we look like we might want another. Atletico, they've been pretty poor, let's be honest. They've been pretty underwhelming. They've got tiring legs as well. Mane, Arthur, can we score? Wijnaldum, he is, of course, the Coutinho replacement. Could that be a penalty? It is a penalty. Firmino is fallen over in Jimenez, who's sat on his face. Right, is that right? Cover that up with the mouse. That's probably not allowed on the YouTube. What is happening? I mean, it looks serious. The physio's arriving late on the scene. Look at him go. It's like Roadrunner, right? What's happening? Right. I mean, have they got stuck together? Are we going to be able to take the penalty? This game's descended into madness. Okay, Firmino's up. He's okay. Jimenez got injured making the tackle. He's still not moving. Are we going to be able to continue the match? The ref doesn't know what's happening. He's swivelling on the spot. Bizarre. Absolute scenes here. I don't know what's just happened. I mean, it seems like both players are going to be okay. Arthur misses the penalty. Firmino, come on for the rebound, son. Unfortunately, the ref wouldn't let him on to score it. Both players wandering around together. I think on that, we will now take off Firmino. I don't know what we've just seen. Let's give Kasper Dolberg the run out. Sturridge didn't exactly set the world alight in the first leg when we brought him on. Dolberg, our second top goal scorer, if I'm not mistaken. I assume he still is behind Firmino. Let's give him the nod. Give him a chance on the big stage. I'm still revelling, if I'm honest, off what we just witnessed. I'm still confused. Salah, 3-0. We are loving it. Our wingers just scoring for fun here today. And, well, we're looking very solid. This has got all the makings of the Bayern Munich game. Could we get another 4-0 kind of second leg victory in the Champions League? We are looking really solid. And, well, could we eclipse our performance last time against them in the group stage? Salah with the finish there. Oblak probably should do better. We've been superb. Away from home, obviously this was the system that didn't work at home. But I do feel like this system works best when teams are attacking against us as well. You know, the fullbacks with the inside forwards marking fullbacks and letting them roam from position, they really get themselves into really good positions. And, well, we're on the attack here. Salah, speaking of good positions, could he score? He can score. It's 4-0. We're having a party. I'm not entirely sure what's happening. I don't know if the 4-3-3 is the best tactic in the world. It feels like some games it doesn't work. But when it works, it seems to work wonders. Arthur to Wijnaldum. Gets the ball forward to Dolberg. Threads it through to Salah, who's, well, using his pace to get in behind. And he tucks it away. Oblak, no chance. 6-1 on aggregate. We are absolutely spanking them. And, well, they've made all their subs now. I think it might be game over. They need 6 goals in 15 minutes. Weird things happen in football. Don't think I've ever seen 6 goals in 15 minutes, like in Football Manager. So I am going to confidently say, whilst kind of touching wood, that we are going to be going to the final, which is fantastic. I mean, what a performance this has been, let's be honest. The team ratings just across the board, through the roof. And, we've deserved it, you'd have to say, based off the way we've performed in the Champions League so far. We have got the business done. Saul here for a late equaliser. Philippe Luis not offside, does score the rebound. I mean, they still need 5 in, well, 3 minutes plus added time. An interesting camera angle here. We are seeing the best of the FM18 Beta match engine, I feel here. Some really bizarre situations have happened in this game, but perhaps the most bizarre is the fact we are winning 4-1, let's be honest. This is not something that we could have ever anticipated. I honestly thought that when we beat Bayern previously, that was a fluke. That was a bit of a flash in the pan, you know, a one-off. But here we have shown what we are made of. Salah to Wijnaldum, thread through Mane. Could he score to make it 5? It's a deflected pass that nearly trickled in. We've had 6 clear-cut chances this game. We have created opportunities for fun. It could be so many more. Seri forward here. Matip can't win the header. Scrambled in the 6-yard box away eventually. And I think that will be the last bit of action here. It's going to finish, I assume, Liverpool 4, Atletico 1 on the night. 6-2 on aggregate. And all I can say is well played, boys. We were absolutely on it today. We did not miss Coutinho. Hashtag who is Coutinho? You can see here, Mane, Firmino, Salah, you know, the front three that we have just scoring the goals. They really have created a formidable partnership, the inside forwards, and then, of course, Firmino playing down the middle. That is a 6-2 win. Firmino only out for 1 to 2 days, so that's looking good for us as well. And, well, we are going to be going to a Champions League final in our first ever season, and let me tell you, that is exciting. In terms of who we're going to be playing, let's just take a quick look here. PSG won 2-1 on the opening day. They meet each other today, so we will quickly see who they're going to be getting against. And it is worth noting that we are still, I think, technically in with a shout of the league title. If we just look at the league here, we are currently 6 points behind United. We do have a game in hand. We do play them to end the season. I am conscious that due to just all the matches that we've got coming up, that there is a kind of a bit of an opportunity. Well, there's a chance here that we do far too many games in like quick succession. So I think what we'll do next time out is we will next episode we'll play the FA Cup final and we'll potentially play that game against United if, and it's a big if we have a chance at the title. I should point out, if we just look at it here, there is a chance that it goes down to goal difference on the last day of the season, and with our goal difference being 15 worse than Manchester United, I can't see us winning it if that's the case. So what we will do in that instance is next episode will just be the FA Cup final. I know some of you are going to be disappointed that I haven't done either of the league games against Everton, but given the kind of the cup runs we've been on, it's just not really fitted in with the overall schedule, I guess, of matches and stuff. I mean, this has been a long season. If you're new to my channel, I don't normally do this many episodes in the season, but with it being the beta, with there being so many big matches, I'll be honest, didn't really think we were going to go as far as we have in the Champions League earlier on in the year when I was doing lots and lots of fixtures. You can see here, PSG win 3-2 on the night. That does mean we are going to meet them in the final. Of course, PSG, a team who have been eyeing up all of our players. We are going to have to try and shut down Neymar, which is not going to be easy. Do we have to technically wait for a cup draw to happen for the Champions League, or is the game going to update here and let us know that we're playing them? I mean, technically it doesn't seem to know the game, but if we look here, you can see PSG, they won 3-2 on aggregate across the two games. Dortmund's 2-1 away win wasn't enough for them, unfortunately, so we will be taking on PSG. Just looking here, you can see that the average ratings of Salah and Coutinho have been some of the best in the competition. Mohamed Salah, leading the goal scoring charts with 12, has 5 man of the matches to his name. Coutinho with 7 assists, of course, wasn't available for either of the semi-final matches, which perhaps makes our victory even more kind of special and spectacular. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up everything from me. As I said, next episode, episode 15, it may be the game against Manchester United. It will definitely be the FA Cup final. Hopefully, I will see you guys for that one. If you've enjoyed today's video, smash the like button. And other than that, it is me, Jack. I will see you on the next one, and I'm out.